I'm sorry.
When Casey praised her husband's leadership, she believed he could crack the big case. She had a feeling the killer was about to be caught. Her husband only needed to search again to close it quickly. In an instant, Sheriff James seemed like a different man. Just before the end of the workday, he charged in with authority, announcing that everyone was working overtime and that the missing girl must be found within 3 days. James ordered the search area expanded by 10 miles and insisted on locating the first crime scene. Surprisingly, his wife turned out to be unusually sharp. While Detective Jack was out searching, he received an important call from Hannah, who was on medical leave. She had already identified the suspect as Danny, a fugitive on the run. The high-speed chase had barely begun when Hannah saw backup police cars blocking the road ahead. Danny was trapped in the middle, and his truck was pinned so tightly it couldn't move. Despite Hannah's attempts to talk him down, Danny, ashamed and unwilling to go on living, killed himself on the spot. The suspect they had just locked onto confessed nothing and took his own life to avoid prosecution. Then came a loud banging from inside the truck. Hannah quickly fetched the keys, and when she opened the door, she was stunned to find Lily, best friend of the murdered Annie, bound inside. Even more shocking, there was another victim in the vehicle, Casey, the woman who had vanished from town 6 months earlier, still alive. After everything, the case was finally solved. When Hannah brought up Annie's murder, Lily remembered a sweater left behind in the truck. But with the suspect dead, there was no way to prove anything. Still, the girl's nightmare was over. Soon, James held a press conference. Solving a major case would help secure his re-election, and the medals he earned would be shared with his wife. However, the person who killed Annie was actually someone else, and James believed his leadership would soon bring that culprit to justice. Hannah, though, was suspicious. She knew they had found Annie's belongings in Danny's truck, but after James gave a careful explanation, she reluctantly dropped that line of investigation. Witnesses had seen Danny drunk in his truck on the night of the murder. Meanwhile, Hannah got good news. She could return to the police force, even with her injured leg. Now, the only remaining suspect was the pastor's wife, who had made the final call to the victim.